Hey, Coach, overall thoughts on the game?
It was a real fast-paced game, and we knew that going in. We expected that from Toronto, and we just made sure our guys were prepared to skate, and they did for 60 minutes. So we're real happy with their effort and capitalized on some good opportunities. I thought we gave them a little bit of too much room in the second period, and we had a little trouble in our zone. But other than that, I thought we started shooting the puck again when Zibanejad scored the goal. We created some momentum again, and then I thought we played a real solid third period. We took few too many penalties, but I think they do a real good job of disguising their interference. There could have been a few calls the other way too, but that's just the way the calls go. Sometimes they're visible, and sometimes they're hard to see. So we killed them off. Our penalty killing was good again, and we're real happy with all the guys tonight.
I thought the key moment in the game there was in the third period. You guys at the point were up 2-1, and on the kill, a couple of big saves by Lawson point blank, and then Hoffman comes down the other way and is able to bury one.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Hoff skated really well tonight, and I talked to him before the game just to make sure that his his emotions were in check, because he's had a tough week and of hard skating up in Ottawa and getting called up and then being sent back down here. So I thought he really showed tonight the desire to be the best player on the ice, and he was definitely the fastest and one of our best players, and he really put the game home for us. So that was huge, and Lawson gave us that opportunity. So.
It seemed like in the first period there was a lot of intensity. The scoring chances weren't really there for either side. It seemed like every pass was a little bit off, and then all of a sudden it seemed like everybody started to click on both sides. Lawson had to come up big, and he did for the most part.
Yeah, no, I think we haven't played each other in a while, and we know where we both are in the standings in each conference. So I think it was a little bit of a chess match at the beginning, feeling each other out. I think respecting each other's status in the league, and both teams skate well, and then it started to click. And Lawson's been strong, and he looks more confident every day, so that really helps us to get on the board, and that's been really our story all year.
Talk a little bit about DeCosta's effort. I think this is his third straight game with a goal. Again, skating really well, and just seems to really be leading when he's out there.
Yeah, he's been real good, and I think part of that is he wants to maybe show that he deserves to be in the running for any kind of call-ups this year in Ottawa, and we want to make sure that everybody is that. We stress that whoever's going well, at some point in time, Paul will be making moves to use guys from down here, so just make sure you're playing well, and he's done that since they had such a small training camp. Unfortunately, he wasn't on the list, but he's definitely keeping himself in the running because he's competing more, and we're really on him to shoot more. Both him and Zibanejad, and I think they have, and I think they're getting results from that.
Now this is, I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but Syracuse did lose tonight, so you were technically the first place team in the entire American Hockey League. What does that mean to you?
It's great. I think we talked about it before the game. We're really proud of what we've done so far, but we're not satisfied. We wanted to keep chasing. We're not in first, and we keep chasing, so now I think we'll have to look for a new story, but now it's the drive to stay there. And if you have the drive to be the best, I think the next step is to keep that, and good teams do that. So we got to make sure we keep pushing and getting better, because it definitely wasn't a flawless game out there. We do have areas that we can definitely clean up a little bit and get better at, and that's what we're going to work at.
You've been chasing Syracuse for so long this year, and it always seemed like you were a few points back, maybe because they played a few more games, but now that you're the hunted instead of the hunters, how do you go about not letting the team change its mindset at all?
We talked about that tonight, just about how we play at home, and we work so hard and we sacrifice, especially on good examples, penalty killing, blocking shots. It's a lot of pain and sacrifice involved in where we've gotten so far. So don't let it slide. It's worth too much to us that what we put in. Don't let someone take that away from you, and we kind of use that as our good motto at home, and now we're just going to use it all the time, because we've worked this hard and we wanted it, and the guys showed that they want it and they're there, so now we have to make sure we maintain it and keep it.
Last thing for me, Zibanejad tonight played very well. He got the goal, but even outside of that was in on a lot of opportunities, really skating hard, even did well on the penalty kill tonight. What have you seen since he's come back here in the last few games?
I think he's had some determination. He's skating very well, and we want to make sure that he does that. And I talked to him a little bit yesterday about not getting frustrated offensively, because that'll come. And shooting pucks, even if it was behind the goal line tonight, it goes in. Good things happen, and I think he's going to find his niche offensively. But if he keeps skating and the way he is, he's so big and strong, and he's smart defensively that really he doesn't give people a lot of room, and it'll get him the puck back quicker to do more with it. So very happy with him, and just want to make sure he stays on track and doesn't get really frustrated offensively, and I think tonight will help.
Thank you, Coach.
Mind if I get one question
Sure,
for you?
absolutely.
With the Syracuse loss, you guys have taken over first place. I'm sure you probably have answered this question already, but how's it feel for this team?
Real proud of the guys. They've worked real hard, and we talked about it before the game. We're not done yet. It's only halfway through the season. We want to keep chasing. We're not first, and you know, Syracuse was ahead of us, so now that's a good feeling. But it's a lot of sacrifice and work to get where we are. So we want to make sure that we don't let someone take that from you, and they want to keep pushing. The message is going to be pushing ahead every game, every day, and we want to maintain what we have and even get better on it. There's a few areas that we can still clean up as a team, and that'll just help going down the road. It's only halfway, so lots can happen in the second half, so we got to make sure we stay focused, and that starts tomorrow night.
Thanks, Coach.
Real quick, Coach, I was listening on the radio on the way here, and I heard your interview you had with Grady, and you were talking about the mental factor, the mental block that guys have to get over, and it seems like you guys have been doing that pretty good since the lockout. And can you just touch on that?
Yeah, I think we've really have a good group of guys here, and a good mix of some veterans and some young guys that are very mature for their age, and they love being together, they love working hard together, and they love winning together. And that's a culture that you create. We try and provide it to them, but they create it on their own. So it's all the team, and those 20 guys every night and 25 guys that are here that deserve all the credit for it, and they work for it, and we're going to keep pushing to get better. We're not satisfied because the season's only halfway done, so we want to keep going and seeing how far we can go.
Thanks.
Okay.